Yeah, smile. I was super excited to have my baby girl in my arms that I was just not thinking about what pain I was just about to go through. So around 8 o'clock, whenever my boyfriend went to get ready for work, I went to go use the restroom and I noticed I had some spotting. And I got a little bit concerned, but not that much. So halfway to his job, I called him and I was like, babe, you need to come back. And he was like, why? And I told him that I had just lost my mucus plug and that she could be here anytime. Because at that time, I was already 40 weeks in a day, so I was like, she has to be. And so he was just like, well, just wait until your water breaks and then I'll be on my way. So I called my mother-in-law and I told her like, hey, I think I'm about to give birth today. And she was on her way to work as well. She was like, okay, well, let me just call in. And she came over. And when she came, I was like just there doing my makeup, like my hair, everything. Around 9:20, my water had already broke. And I was still waiting on my boyfriend to come because he thought that, I texted him and I told him, hey, my water just broke, and he thought that my water hadn't broke yet. So he was like waiting on me to like call him and tell him my water had broke when I already told him. So we get to the hospital and like no one believes that I'm in labor. They're all like, no, you're not. Like, you look too calm, like your hair is done, like, are you sure? Two of the nurses come and they check me and they're like, well, we're just gonna check to see if your water has broke and then we'll proceed to check how far you are and, you know, all the stuff that they do. My water had broke and it was just green because she pooped in my belly. So they call them meconium babies. Yeah, they checked and I was already dilated to a 2. And so then they're like, okay, like we're gonna get you to another room, we're gonna get you admitted and just wait until she comes. So then they've moved me to the other room where we were just all waiting and my boyfriend was like, I'm hungry. Like he was like nervous eating, I guess. Like he's like, I'm hungry, like let's go get food. So they left to go get food and I was like, bring me like a torta or whatever. I was all like swearing that I could eat and shit. I was like, at that time I think I was dilated to like 4 already. So then they go and they come back with like all the food and everything, and he's like, here, eat your food. And I'm like, no, I'm like, I can't eat it, like it's hurting now. So I just leave it there, and like right as I was about to ask for the epidural, my boyfriend was like, no, like don't, like you can do it. So I'm like, okay, I'll try. And my contractions, they just start getting worse and worse, and I'm like over here screaming and trying to breathe. Mama, do you remember? And then, yeah, you tell him how you were coming. Like not too long after that, it was like 2 o'clock or so, I don't know, I don't remember. And I just started getting my contractions worse and worse and worse. So they check me and I'm like at 8 or 7, I can't remember. And then right as the nurse leaves, I'm like, I need to push. Like I feel pressure, she's coming, it hurts. And they're like, no, like calm down, like just breathe. And I told her, no, I need to push. So then I don't remember if it was one of his cousins or my mother-in-law. They go out and they tell her like, hey, she's ready. She says she needs to push. And so they go and they get the doctor and they check me and they're like, yeah, she's coming, like she's crowning. Honestly, labor was the hardest thing. The easiest part was pushing because it felt like I was taking a fat dump. And it just felt so good to like be able to push, because they tell you like don't push, and you're just like holding it, and finally when you can push, it's just a big relief. Yeah, so I started pushing like around 3:30, and around 3:47 my baby girl was here. The nurses told me that I had a pretty fast and easy labor for her being my first baby. I was super glad that it was, because I've had friends that have gone days in labor. Like one of my friends, Monica, she was in labor for God knows how long, and she had so many complications, and my baby girl, she just came out. Everything was super smooth and easy, and I'm so grateful for that. And they say that your second baby is half the time, so I'll probably like be in and out the hospital my next baby, which is good because my crazy boyfriend says he wants to have 6 kids. He's tripping on chicken. That was my labor and delivery story. It wasn't that long because, like I said, she came very quickly. But yeah, I hope you guys liked it. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe. And if you guys want me to do any other videos, like about my pregnancy or like my first day as a mom, or you know, just things like that, I'm gonna be doing a video shortly about like breastfeeding, pumping, and all of that. One of my friends requested that I do that for her, so I'm gonna be uploading a video about breastfeeding and how often you should pump, how often the baby sleeps, etc. I want this to be like a mommy vlog kind of, but I also want to do like story times about my experience. So like if you're not a mom, or you know, if you just happen to come across this video, stay tuned as well. I'll be uploading many other videos. I hope you guys liked it and enjoyed my story. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching.